And as muddy as this creek is, that's the first signs of the flooding. It's flooding. Yeah, I don't think it's normally this high. And it's a pretty cool rock structure. I'm not sure if that's accessible up there. I'd have to cross the bridge, because crossing here is maybe, yeah, you could maybe when the flooding goes down, you could probably easily jump across the creek and attempt to climb. I am pruning the heck out of this tree. There's so many, like, look at how high this branch is that I'm holding. It's just up here. I think it's from the flooding. The flooding has brought high levels of water, which brought these twigs. I don't know how they wouldn't just fall. There's nothing nearby that would just fall here. I think it's the water that raised high enough. I actually fell in. I was hanging on a vine. I thought maybe I could swing across. Holy crap. This iPod got all wet. Oh my god. But this thing kind of saved it. It's probably still gonna ruin. Woo. Oh my god. Wow. Everything's so wet. Wow. I fell in good. Oh my god. Wow. That was not good. Glad it's not that cold. Yeah, this case is way too wet to put this thing back into. Oh, I cleaned this tree off pretty good, but that last vine, I'm done. I'm done, that's it. Everything's too wet. I probably could have controlled my fall better had I not been wearing my backpack. This thing dragged me into the water. The leverage, it's like 5 pounds. Yeah, if this iPod wasn't in its case, it would have certainly soaked up every drop. It was totally submerged. I also covered this camera in water. I took the battery out and let it sit in the sun and hope for the best. I almost drowned in the flood! Alright, number one priority when you wake up is to get all this snow off the car so people aren't asking questions. Because I slipped at this library parking lot. I figured I could get away with it. But I don't want them today, now, looking at this snow and thinking that this is going to be a problem. Right, it's May 9th, and now I regret being in such a rush getting north. I didn't expect to be caught in the snow. It's not too cold, and I've been paying attention to the temperature, and it should melt today, at least. I mean, the snow is melting. It is melting on all the pavement, so it can be dealt with. I could have slowed down my northerly move. So I think Jug and Load might be a big franchise for Colorado. There's one half-mile from here. I'm gonna go get some coffee and then another jug. I got 2 jugs for hot water. Oh my god, this is some tall grass. Wow, taller than I expected. Just trying to get a shortcut in. It may not be as good of an idea as I thought. Whew. Looks like they've had issues with overnight parking here. And this is what I was going to consider too. I gotta admit, it feels kind of good to run in oversized shoes. My main shoes are just soaked. And with this cold, they're not going to dry. Well, I think I'll have to bring them into the library. That'll offer some warmer, drier air. Yeah, I don't really see anybody who may have overnight parked here. Oh, God. Alright, you see it says 8 a.m. but it's 6 a.m. So this is it's right next to the laundromat. Alright, this time I got charged $1.34 for a coffee refill. I think this is some kind of auto repair, service center. So a person could slip over here and park in between the cars, because he's got plenty. I could just take the end. You got this parking lot over here. It says no overnight parking. I think that's a grocery store up there. But here you could just park. That's probably the problem with the overnight parking then, is the service center might get overrun. They might not like people parking their broken down cars. Got a neighborhood watch sign on the golf course. And I don't know what building this is. Is this related to the golfing in some way? Potable water use? So maybe for fire. But they probably get free when there's a fire. Alright, so I think that the overnight parking issue is more a matter of them parking closer to the auto shop. Because there's some guys along that side that, they look like they've been there all night. The Pepsi Beverage Center. It's official. His Pepsi man. Meat bundles. Kind of expensive. So apparently I'm learning now that they sell cherries in cans with no sugar added. I had no idea. These are very tart. They might be a little too hard on my stomach. I might feel sick tonight. Pretty tasty though. Now crushing peanuts in their shells between two boards and in this pan to catch it all seems like a pretty good deal. They crush pretty good. As long as you don't put too much pressure on them, you don't really damage the nut. Right, so I just ate to my satisfaction. I got through the cherries, I got through the pineapple, and I only got halfway through the pears, and I just can't eat anymore. When the light is on, the mail is up. Post op. I've never seen that before. Of course, you never see billboards, or you could just post what you want at a post office. Alright, just got another free coffee refill. I paid $1 something yesterday. Oh, I don't want to go to McDonald's anymore for any coffee. No, they charge every time. It's like, I want to search out those gas stations first. Now McDonald's is only good for the egg sausage McMuffin. What I put in my coffee was very complicated today, and I won't say that it was impossible to consume it. It was a bit of a challenge, but I won't say that it was really bad. I found this e-sport in the woods a couple weeks ago or something, and I think it looks good. It seems useful. I got these these straps here I originally took it for. Now I'm like, maybe I could just use the bag and maybe cut these straps off and then sew them as loops for the top here, so you can at least carry it, because there's nothing. It's an e-sport, and it doesn't look like it really even came with a top strap for the top of the bag at all. That's no problem. I can sew something. I can sew these straps on. Looks like a loose dog. Alright, I'm gonna dry some wet clothes from 2 days ago. I actually have to clean out a lint screen. Reminds me of home. Alright, it looks like I'll be unable, because I don't want to spend, we got $2 to dry. It's already $2 to wash. Oh wait, I don't even know. $1 to wash? I thought I saw one that said 2. Well, it looks like it's $1 to wash, and then $2 to dry. Because even if I put 1/4 in, it won't go. 2/4, it won't go. That's what I've normally been spending, is a quarter at a time. A quarter for 15 minutes. I spent $2. How much time does that give? There's nothing here. It's really frustrating. Even though I don't like this place, I gotta dump things. So I'm dumping a basketball and this thing I found in the woods. I gave away the iPod, Apple charger to some kid who needed. He said he got his stolen.
No worries, mate.
By the stitching, it looks like somebody actually hand sewed this zipper thing with maybe fishing line. It is an odd looking setup to see a zipper, but it kind of looks professional on the edge here. But I've never seen it quite like this. It looks like a hand sewing job. So strange. What would they have done with this? Yeah, this is all like a fishing line. I've never known a backpack company to use fishing line. Jansport, was it? It says Eastport. By the looks of these, I think they cut off the back, the shoulder straps. This orange might have been a piece of it, and then they went and sewed this zipper on. You know, and I can't figure out why they would have this zipper. It's just one end, so the other end was, and it's really good sewing. It's better sewing than me. Really good sewing, real professional, almost professional like, but just an odd design. They got a zipper, and the other end of the zipper might have been on another bag for maybe a homeless person who was really carrying a lot of weight and wanted to carry more. I think they cut off the shoulder straps first and then sewed this on. Alright, so the map calls this area Colorado City, but the post office has a reference to Rye, and also the fire department's Rye. So it's two different towns. Alright, here we go. Got a little handle now. Some control over this bag. Just based on only my observations, I seem to notice some more older people who have the shaky nerve syndrome, where their hands shake, their heads shake, in smaller towns than I do in bigger cities. And you'd think in big cities you'd expect to see more people around and more of that nerve disorder, but seems like I see it more in small towns for some reason. 3:28. I've woken up with a lot of dread and it's affecting my stomach. I think I'm staving off the sickness with the magnet kind of over the stomach. But there's tightness, there's worry, there's frustration. It's all affecting that stomach. It's making noises a little bit. I don't feel relaxed. Alright, some guy in an orange vest. He's gone now. At my expense. Well, just as long as he doesn't tow it right now. Give me a fair warning, but geez, out in this area, it's in Colorado, nobody around me. It's crazy how these people are so territorial in such an open area. Yeah, I don't make a big habit of it because I don't really get peppermint a lot, but I added peppermint to the coffee. It's not too bad. And this is a great sieve. I really like this. Some slip through, some little leaves slips through, but that's acceptable. You know, I should take a minute, take some time to plot out spots that I was actually comfortable parking overnight. Like genuinely had no problems, expected no problems and all that. They are few and far between. So fogs don't normally make me sleepy. That was an odd situation where I was started feeling lightheaded as I passed through it. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, stopped at this neighborhood markets, Walmart neighborhood markets, and they have whole cherries and just water. It's a pretty good deal. Looks like it's been sitting on the shelf a long time. October 2020. It's kind of short. I also got carrots and one cucumber because I want to start experimenting with fermenting these. I need to spread out a little better from the cabbage. I did have carrot shards I fermented that seemed pretty successful. I'm going to try to crush these, I think, a little bit. Cut them and crush them in the The fermenting of purple cabbage seems like a failure because they're not really fermented. Their taste is changing, but I don't know if it's really a fermenting change. It's a very different taste. It's got I don't even know, purple. It's got more of a berry. It's like I'm fermenting berries or something. If I just poured out the liquid, I just poured a little in. If I just poured out the liquid and drank it, the purple cabbage juice is pretty good by itself. Chewing on the leaves, it's not very appetizing. Alright, I did take out some purple cabbage from the jar to make room, because I do prefer the juice over the actual cabbage. I want to make room for the carrot. I gotta do some of these too, but at least one whole carrot's gonna go in the purple cabbage, which seems a little risky because purple cabbage does not ferment as nicely as strongly as green cabbage. Somebody's using the gas meter as a lock. Why? Because they don't have any bicycle lock spots here? Yeah, they do, right up here. That guy didn't want to use it, though. You know, it seems like I spend a lot of my time recording things that I say to myself, well, you don't see that every day. Alright, I got a bit of a challenge here. I want to consume Burger King burger. I don't want the French fries with it. I would like a vegetable, and I would like these potatoes. How do you sneak them in? You got to be sneaky. And I also want to get I want to bring my parsley too. Just sprinkle that on. These kids just start throwing rocks at each other. Big ones, like ones that now they're on the parking lot. They're going to be a problem to run over. And they're swearing at each other. And that kid, yeah, that fatty, that's one of the kids throwing the rocks. He's trying to climb the fence. There's a little bit of anarchy around here. Oh, he's definitely going to climb the fence. It makes me a little nervous about this area. Neighborhood watch signs, which I see are around here, might scare the kids, but they don't fool the adults. I can't speak for all travelers, but I, as a traveler, I feel like I'm less inclined to disturb the local environment